Hey guys, welcome back to Grand Theft Auto 5. I am here on the highest building in Los Santos, which is the something or another bank. I've been trying to get up here to do this video for, I'd say about 45 minutes. I've been trying to steal planes, I got shot a few times. I failed to parachute twice. One time I actually landed on it, but then biffed it and took damage and died like right about there. At one time I like hit the roof but skidded off and fell, and yeah. So anyway, this is pretty much just my goodbye slash thank you video slash review and all that stuff. Let's freak out this blimp guy, shall we? In fact, can we make a blimp crash? Let's see. Come here, buddy. Maybe you can't kill those guys, whatever. But anyway, I kind of wish it were sunny out so I could do this. I mean, looking over Los Santos in the fog is not as good as, you know... Hey, well, I didn't want you to do that. Hey. Looking over Los Santos in the fog is not nearly as good as looking at it when it's nice and sunny. You can see every little amazing detail that Rockstar puts into this game, which is just incredible, really. This is the best open world game that I have ever played in terms of it being an open world. I mean, Skyrim was really big, but this one is a lot more like detailed and stuff, and there's less, you know, like wandering around like there was in Skyrim and all that. At least from what I understand, because I haven't like really seriously played Skyrim myself, but I mean, I've looked up stuff on it, I've seen playthroughs and all that. So I would say, in my opinion, that this is probably the best open world that there's ever been in a video game. And the fact that they managed to do this on the Xbox 360 and the PS3 is just even better. Like, it was a massive improvement over Liberty City. Liberty City was kind of small and a little bit ugly. It was just like gray everywhere. The city was just like gray and kind of shitty looking, but here Los Santos, everything is huge, detailed, and colorful. Oh man, my screen's going a little bit darker because of that glitch I have with my TV. So yes, also something good about the game, something great in fact, there's just so much stuff to do. There's so much content. The single player story alone is like 24 to 25 hours. In fact, I should probably go check exactly. Well, wait. Let's see how long it is. Let's see how long I've spent with people, huh? Alright, I think it's on stats, right? Yeah. So 13 hours plus 9 plus 7. Let me add this up because I'm bad at math. I should probably take out a couple of hours because of like free roam time, but let's see. 13 plus 9 plus 7. Yeah, I spent about like 27 hours in this game in the story mode alone. And I didn't even do much side content like sorry, you know, I mostly, for the sake of the playthrough, I mostly just stuck to, like, the single-player campaign missions. I didn't really do any or many of, like, the strangers and freaks stuff, like you see here. I think that guy's legalizing pot, but whatever, yes. And, like, there's the single-player stuff, there's so much extra stuff to do, you know, drink booze, throw darts, do races. And that's just the single player, like... In fact, I'm not even done talking about the single player amount of content. Like, there's clothing options, ton of vehicles for both planes and cars and boats. Maybe not as many boats, but, you know, cars and planes and freaking blimps. Plenty of clothing. We have our stupid therapist guy. We have haircuts, we have property, we have ammunition. There's just so much stuff to do. It's like... You can wander around the city for probably like hours and not be bored, even if you're just like walking around and looking. Like, usually in open world games, like every now and then if I were wandering around doing nothing in Watch Dogs, I would get a little bit bored, but in Grand Theft Auto 5, walking around and just kind of admiring everything that went into making the open world is just really just a great experience. Walking around and doing nothing is actually pretty amusing. And, you know, it's just a single player. Grand Theft Auto Online is just an endless amount of content. You can play with your friends for like years and years and probably never get bored because there's just so much shit to do. And with frequent updates, you're always going to have a reason to come back to the game. Like, Heists came out today, and in fact, I'm recording this video instead of playing Heists because guess what? The servers are broken because there's a million plus people playing Heists, and the servers are just flooded like a bitch. So that's why I'm here recording this little thank you / goodbye video instead of playing Heists, because people love the online, you know? Online is just broken right now. There's my poor little lonely character down there. Oh yeah, I'm playing on a save file where I killed Trevor in the end, so you guys can expect to see that in just a little bit. Yeah, and there's like different stuff online that you're not gonna find in the single player, you know? Like, not just, you know, playing with other people, obviously, but there's different, like, the story of online is not really that good or interesting, but it gives you different stuff to do. And, you know, the fact that they update it with free stuff, like the Heists, is just incredible. I'm really glad there's a game company out there that will give you free shit, like, with pretty much no strings attached. When we have games these days like Call of Duty charging you $15 for 4 maps and dividing the player community because of it, I'm just really glad that there's someone out there who knows how to properly make DLC without pissing people the hell off. Let's try again with this blimp, shall we? Oh my god! How many stars do I get for that? Oh god. Okay. Well, fuck me. Man, this is gonna interrupt my little review thing. Guys, get out of here. Please. Give me a break, alright? This guy's swerving, like, what is he doing? Alright, so they seem to be mostly not giving a crap. I don't know why they didn't just shoot me, but whatever, yeah. What else do I like about the game? I like the story for the most part, like the character interactions and just the heists that happen within the game and the characters I think I already mentioned character interaction. And the fact how they like intertwine, you know, 3 different characters, I thought they did it pretty well. Although, how do I say this? I think Franklin was a little bit underused in the story because they put a pretty large emphasis on the conflict between Michael and Trevor, and because of that, they kind of just shoved Franklin aside to make him a peacemaker on occasion. His character development was not nearly as good as Michael and Trevor, especially because Franklin was the least douchebaggy of the 3 main characters, you know? So I really wish they revealed his motivations a little bit more. I mean, with Michael and Trevor, you knew their motivation, you know? Franklin wanted to, like, fund his business through crime and make a crime on business. Michael wanted to settle his debts and just live safely, but, you know how it is, as they say in the trailers. But Franklin, I guess, it's pretty clear here to me that he wants money, but they just didn't explore that as well as they did with the other characters. I have no parachute, oh well. Another thing I don't like about the game is, the shooting mechanics aren't exactly bad, especially when you're playing as Michael and you can just bullet time it, or if you're playing as Max Payne and bullet timing it. Ah ha 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 ha. But I feel like the not the auto aim actually, just the shooting mechanics. Okay, here's an example. So there's a guy right here, okay? Let's say I auto aim onto him, I shoot him dead. I kind of have trouble moving from that person to another person, like, alright, so let's say I shoot this person and where's another person? Okay, there's another person right there, so I shoot this guy dead, right? He's gone. kind of have a hard time moving over to this guy, like, precisely. Like that, you know? Hey helicopter, leave me alone. So I feel like the, shooting mechanics could have been improved a little bit more than they currently are. With some guns, they're really good, like, the minigun in one of the heist missions I had really good control over, and I just wish that things worked that easy as they did with that minigun, you know, on all the guns. What else can I say about the game? I mean, it's just an amazing game. It's completely worth $60. It's worth more than that. Just don't give anyone any ideas to price it up. So that's pretty much it for my review, right? You know, it looks great, it's very detailed, there's just an incredible amount of content, it's worth $60. I wouldn't have waited. If I weren't gonna play this on YouTube, if I weren't really a YouTuber, I still would not have waited until it like went on sale, because it's just completely worth $60, hands down. The story was pretty good, like the way the characters interact with each other, and the way Franklin, Michael, and Trevor get in trouble, I thought that was really good, you know? It really drove the story forward, the way they just screwed themselves over and all that. And I really liked the, it's not really a new idea, but I like the way how Michael, you know, had to get, okay, nighttime. I like the way, you know, Michael went back into the game, like, kind of with hesitation, you know? So that's the good shit about the game. Then Franklin's character development could have been a little better, and so could some of the shooting mechanics. But yeah, that's my review right there, and now that I'm done with the review, I might as well talk about, you know, why this game means so much to me as it does, not just because it's a good game. I mentioned something in the first, I explained something actually in the first video about why this game is like so important to me. This game is basically the reason that I play YouTube, like, as a commentator, and have like 800-ish videos on my channel. I mean, I'm not making money off of it yet. I really hope I can one day. I know the market for YouTube creators is really saturated right now. There's a lot of people doing really good things, and I'm definitely not really up there with them, you know? I'm just pretty much starting out. Even though I've been doing this for about a year. I consider Watch Dogs to be like my big starting point in terms of YouTube. Before that, I just wasn't nearly as good as I am now. Not to say that I'm good, because I'm kind of eh. Back in the day, I just played like tiny little computer games and a couple old Nintendo games, which I might finish eventually. But yeah, Watch Dogs was my real starting point with YouTube. But as for this game being what it is to me, back in the summer of 2013, this is the story of why I do YouTube and all that. Back in the summer of 2013, I saw a TV ad for Grand Theft Auto 5, and I was pretty interested, so I decided to buy the old GTA games, GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. I bought them on my PC, I actually bought the disc of them, because I didn't really have a Steam account at that time. So I bought them on disc, and I played them, but then I was missing Grand Theft Auto 4, and I kind of wanted to check out GTA 4, because I heard it was a pretty damn good game, of course. So I looked up GTA 4 playthrough, and I came across this YouTuber named SSOHPKC, who was and is my favorite YouTuber. Unfortunately, he's not really at his prime, but that's alright. And he had a personality pretty similar to mine, and I watched a lot of his videos, and I eventually just decided to start making some of my own, and he's pretty much my main inspiration because, you know, his personality is kind of similar to mine, and I just thought that I'd be really happy if I did this for a living one day. But we're coming up on the end of the video here. If you have watched this entire playthrough, I mean, the playthrough hasn't gotten many views because most people have already watched a playthrough or played themselves, you know, the game. I mean, I kind of understand why it doesn't have a ton of views. It's kind of just like business-related shit, but thank you very, very much for watching this playthrough. This video is almost over. I really, really appreciate your support. Let's keep on growing this channel. Let's keep on playing great games. I love you guys. I'll see you later.